It was a political show trial. You know what I mean? Show trial. During the Soviets, and you gotta remember, and I will keep hammering this until the day I die, I grew up behind the Iron Curtain. I did not just read a book. I'm going to the rally, encouraging thousands of people that are rising up on the streets of Calgary. They need their pastor too.
Wannabe Judge Germain or this Chief Associate Rook Crook Judge that have enslaved the entire province of Alberta. Remember the Rook Order that me and my brother David and Chris Scott were arrested under? It was under the Rook's Order. Well, the Rook Crook is not going to dictate the free people in Canada, free people of Alberta, how we are to live our lives.
Look at this.
God bless you, Pastor.
Trust God in the storm, yes. He shows up.
We eat hyenas for breakfast.
We eat hyenas for breakfast. That's what lions do. We need more people to realize that this is evil. This is just wrong. Fundamentally wrong. It's like telling to a black guy, I hate you because you... Why I hate you? Not because of your character. I hate you because you have a different color of skin than me. You're a little bit darker. And if I said that, I would be the greatest villain in Canada. If I believed in that, I would be the worst person living in this country.
Great job. Great job.
That was my boy.
That's the future. God bless.
God bless you.
You see, every color, every face, every background, all came together for one reason, for freedom.
Pawlowski. So we assigned our intrepid videographer K2 to follow Pastor Artur throughout the day in case they attempted to arrest him.
Warning, censorship.
Adam Sos here for Rebel News, and by now you have no doubt heard the troubling sanctions imposed by Justice Adam Germain on Pastor Artur Pawlowski. In addition to significant fines and travel restrictions, the most troubling component is a 18-month probation mandate that insists that after any public statement Pastor Artur Pawlowski makes, where he discusses COVID restrictions, vaccine, masks, anything related to the COVID-19 pandemic, he must state in full a paragraph provided by the courts counteracting his beliefs and relaying the official government narrative on this matter. This is troubling, compelled speech, and there is a fear that when Pastor Artur Pawlowski speaks publicly or makes a post and refuses to include this, he will be once again brought up on charges of contempt of court and potentially thrown in jail. Pastor Artur Pawlowski, as always, will have church on Saturday, and he will be speaking, and I, for one, would be surprised if he would dare include this paragraph, which he believes is not true. So we will be on the scene. As always, Rebel News is covering the story, and our very own K2 will be at the Cave of Adullam Church with Pastor Artur Pawlowski on Saturday in case Calgary police do move in or he faces another arrest for refusing to comply with Justice Adam Germain's unbelievable order.
It's life. I mean, church for me is not a hobby. Church for me is not just because I got nothing to do. It's not a business. It's life. Being in a church and with the people is the most beautiful thing for a lover of people, for a pastor.
Pastor Artur Pawlowski.
I know you're cheering for Jesus that is in me. You know, without Jesus, I would not be doing what I'm doing. I love to hang around with people. They need hope. They need leadership. They need shepherds. They need someone that stands with them, that can hug them, love them, and encourage them. That's That's why I am alive. And so I feel alive. I feel great. That's everything for me. It's like Jesus on the cross said, Father, forgive them because they do not know what they do. You see, this crooked judge, Jermaine, yeah, I said it. Crooked judge. This crooked judge, Adam Jermaine, is 74 years old. And you know, I always had a great respect for the gray hair. And I grew up in a country where, when there was an elderly person, you were commanded to stand up and give that seat to that person. I grew up in a nation when there was a pregnant woman, you stand up and you give that seat to the woman. I grew up in a country where a woman was coming behind you, you would open the door for that person. Respect. And I had a great respect, I still have a great respect for the gray hair, because you see, those people were the heroes of yesterday and they're still heroes. They've done amazing things. They built houses for us. They created beautiful things for us to enjoy. They fought for us so we can have freedoms. So gray hair, you are commanded to respect. But from time to time, there comes a gray hair that you just have to shake your head. And you say, what have you been smoking for the past 60 years that right now you're acting like a fool? What have you been drinking? And my advice to these judges, please stop drinking wherever you have been drinking or smoking immediately. Well, he cannot silence me as much as he wants to. The message will be preached either outside of the prison cell or from inside the prison cell, but I'll keep preaching. I'll keep telling people the truth, because in the Bible it says that the truth shall set the captives free. The whole thing is all about the truth. And he hates the truth. He's a liar. He's a manipulator. He's following the party line, just like the Nazis did, just like the communists did during the Soviet era. And so the Bible is very clear. Go into all the world and preach the gospel. Preach, talk, tell the people about what's really going on to all creation. And he cannot take that away. No man can take that away from us. Here is what they said, $2,000 penalty for Artur Pawlowski. But the judge says, oh, no, that's not what I was told. By the politicians, the crook Kenny, and the crook Madhu, and the crook Chandra, and there's many crooks. You get the point. I'll have to spend here a couple of weeks to read them all. So the crooks said, no, that's what not the crook said. The crook said that we have to make an example out of those people, and he suggested to the lawyers of AHS maybe jail time. I mean, are you kidding me? The judge's job is not to make those kind of suggestions. What he said to the other party, hey, I'm looking favorably to send them to prison. So this is on the table, just so you know, okay? And then he's talking about my ability to raise funds. Are you kidding me? Do you know that every dollar Rebel News is raising, it goes to the defense fund? Do you know that this little church is helping thousands upon thousands of Canadians to fight this tyranny? Rebel News is raising funds because this story has become an international story. And they have the ability to raise funds, not just for me and my brother David, not just for Chris Scott and others that we know, but for thousands of other Canadians. Every penny, it goes to the lawyers. Not one penny comes to me. Not one penny goes to the Rebel News. All of it goes to fight the tyranny. Yes. Thank you, Ezra. Go to firethejudge.com. Sign the petition. Let this crook sit at home behind a Zoom chat and talk to his cat on the screen. And that's his right. That's his right. If he wants to continue in this craziness of fake pandemic,
That's his choice. No one is forcing him to come out of his home. He can stay there until the day he dies. But let the free people be free. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Be blessed.
Going to the rally, encouraging thousands of people that are rising up on the streets of Calgary. They need their pastor too. So I'm just doing what I'm told to do. I am following the examples of Jesus Christ. He hang around with the masses. He hang around with one. So today we have the masses. Tomorrow will be that one. But I will be ready, encouraging, giving hope, preaching the truth to anyone that is willing to listen. Ran over here. Is it that way?
Yeah. Okay.
Arthur! Hello, how are you, sir?
Welcome back. That's the line up there.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah, that's what that is.
Oh!
First time ever we've had access to mushrooms.
Hey Arch,
How are you?
good to see you. You are such a warrior. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. Well, it's crazy. So I don't know
it's insane.
if you want to say, if you want me to say a few words about the judgment.
Okay. I think that you should. This is our lineup. Do you want to run
If you want me to do the same thing, kind of like
the last? The last? Okay.
Sure, I like that revolution part. That made me emotional today.
Thank you so much for his faithfulness. Like, awesome. So see you around. I think there's more people already.
They always trickle in late, yeah.
They do that.
See you. Hey guys. Hello. You stand for freedom? That's awesome. Really fun. That's amazing. Bye, buddy, Mike. You know what? I've heard that before. And it was used against us. So I'm very glad you're using this for the truth. It's cool, eh? It's your brother? Yeah. You like him? See young people rising up. That's beautiful. Because you gotta remember, you're the future. I know that's hard to believe it, especially for your parents from time to time, but you are the future. We are doing this, we're fighting, risking our lives for you. So one day you can have a free country just like it was given to us by our forefathers here. The same way we want to leave it to you so you can enjoy free country. Canada is one of the most beautiful nations on earth. Let's keep it that way. And if the villains need to go, we'll remove them. Just gotta keep showing up and keep taking the streets, right?
Yes.
Are you William Wallace?
Yes, sir.
Are you the Braveheart? Yeah, let me see it. Let me see your heart. Yeah, you are. Good, awesome. He's not qualified to be the judge. He is not capable of being a judge. He needs to be removed from the bench or he will keep hurting people. So firethejudge.com petition. Within few hours we have over 15,000 signatures already. Firethejudge.com. This dog is smarter than the judge. You don't eat me. Yes, you are such a beautiful dog. Yes, and you're not muzzled. You don't like muzzle.
Today's her birthday.
Wow, happy birthday.
All right.
Beautiful, yes. Would you ever imagine that there will come a time where dogs will be freer than men? He can bark whatever this dog thinks without muzzle, without court restrictions. Can he bark?
We don't let her, but yeah, she can bark.
I understand.
Yes, you are. Well, what a day, right? And look, another free dog.
Alberta, if you don't know where it is, it's very far. And he's going to sing a song for us that he wrote. Here he is.
I'll sing you. Well, this judicial activist decided to fine my dad about $50,000 in fines and legal costs for these bogus charges. So we're just raising funds here so we can continue the fight.
People with your heads in the sand, pull them up now, that would be grand. Why don't you wake up, smell the roses?
Would I be able to get a picture with you? Sure. Would you want to take a picture?
Let's grab a virus. Then they put that shit inside us. We must
appreciate it.
wake up.
True north, strong and free, from far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
I didn't know I'm such a good-looking guy. Hey.
This is Jason Kenny. I'm doing an intro.
This week, Pastor Artur Pawlowski, his brother David, and Chris Scott of the Whistle Stop Cafe in Mirror, Alberta, were given a ruling by Judge Adam Germain, effectively silencing them, taking away their right to free speech. Not only that, he has dictated that they must present a pre-approved government written script whenever they speak or post to the public. Now, the reason I call this a win is because, again, we have another one of these corrupted officials, Adam Germain. He is exposed now. He is vulnerable. There is a petition, firethejudge.com. Over 14,000 signatures in 3 days. This man must be removed immediately.
Thank you.
Well, the sun is shining on all of us today. With the people like you, with the lions like you, we know we are already winning. This is what the totalitarian regime is afraid of. You, people that are willing to stand up for the truth.
So why are you here, ladies?
Because we appreciate freedom.
Freedom is essential to our Constitution.
Freedom.
Freedom! Get out, Nazis!
You should run for Prime Minister.
I should run for Prime Minister, he says.
Yes, get my vote.
I got one vote. Normally the police is following me. Now I'm following the police. That's a very unique thing.
He has put a muzzle on us, so I have prepared a script specially for him. Well, the minute after he pronounced the sentence, me and my brother David, we went and we expressed our feelings. You can watch it on Facebook and YouTube and on Rebel. And it's very fascinating because I got some crazy people contacting me and they said, oh, we're going to monitor everything you say, wherever you go. Well, just go to my Facebook page. You don't have to stalk me like some kind of a pervert. You can just go to my YouTube channel, Artur Pawlowski TV, or Artur Pawlowski Facebook. I post everything I do and say in public. Every one of you go to firethejudge.com. Let's show them that we will never put up with a communistic, fascistic individual that claims to be a judge. Not in this country, not anymore.
And another free dog. And another free dog. Thank you so much for not wearing the muzzle.
Look at those beautiful faces. Young, younger, men, women.
Good service this morning. I loved it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, hugging. Of course.
Thank you so much.
Let's break some more laws. Good speech. Thank you.
Fire the judge.
Yes.
That's what
Freedom. Fire the judge.
Fire the judge.
Yeah, firethejudge.com.
Right.
Sign the petition. Sign the petition. Thank you.
Love you, man.
Let's fire every corrupted judge in the country. See, those judges should never have any power against humans. They should not even have power against dogs and cats. Because obviously those crooked judges are not capable anymore of making a sound judgment under the circumstances. It's like Ezra Levant from Rebel News. He said he felt when he was reading the judgment like a 10-year-old girl that was offended that another girl was writing something in her diary. I mean, that's exactly how I take this judgment. This guy is not capable of making a sound judgment. It's emotional, it's personal, it's illegal, unconstitutional, against the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, against any value, any un-Canadian. It's un-Canadian. That's exactly what I was looking for. This judge and his judgment is un-Canadian. We need to fire this person and any other person that partook in this craziness, including the Rook, the Associate Chief Justice Rook. He needs to go as well.
Mr. Lion, Mr. Lion.
God bless you.
Thank you.
God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you. You are the faces of freedom. Thank you. Thank you. That's what freedom looks like. That's what freedom looks like.
Thank you so much.
God bless. That's what I'm talking about. When the people will realize the power they have, believe me, believe a guy that grew up behind the Iron Curtain. Freedom. This is the face of freedom. This is the face of freedom. It's over for the villains. It's over for wannabe tyrants, the fascists, communists, psychopaths, the Nazis. We just gotta rise up, stand up together in unity. Enough of division. Do not divide. Unite. We have a common enemy. That's tyranny. Unite under the umbrella of freedom. By the way, Mom, hey, I'm saying hi to you. My mom is watching. Grace Pawlowski, say hi to my mom. Grace Pawlowski is watching, and she was not feeling good for a while, so you can send a prayer to her. Grace Pawlowski, Mom, love you, and thank you for making us with David the man we are today. I always was wondering, how come there are some people that were okay with segregation during the Civil Rights Movement? And they went to the stores, to the same stores that were segregating people, and they were okay with that. Blacks here like dogs, and whites here like the pharaohs. And I was puzzled, how come the Christians were okay with that? How come all those masses, those millions of Americans were okay with that? I could not understand. Don't we know that we are all have been created equally in the eyes of God? The Bible says that He created us in His image. That's why I don't see the color of your skin. I see a human being. We all are humans, friends. We are humans. Do not hate another human being, because that human being was created by my God. Don't be okay with segregation. When you go to those restaurants and you're willing to participate in the segregation, you are part of the problem. You are part of the problem. You are the problem. Because the Nazis would not be able to do what they did if it was not for the collaboration of the nation, collaboration of the police officers, collaboration with the doctors and nurses,
during the Nazi era. Collaboration with just normal people that for some reason were okay with segregation. I don't get it. I don't understand. Why would any normal person be okay with that? Let's roar together.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. It feels that I am a little boy again, and I'm seeing what I have been seeing in 1981, when the people finally had enough and they took it to the streets. But it's not just taking to the streets that is going to secure the victory. It's non-compliance, civil disobedience. Simply you have to say no and get out. Get out of my business. Get out of my restaurant. Get out from my educational system. Get out from my government office. Get out from the mayor's office. Get out from the premier's office. Get out, you devils, you wicked evil people. We will not work for you. And the Polish people in 1981, they paralyzed the entire system from within. They said, we will not work for the tyrants no more. We will not collaborate with the Nazis and the communists no more. And they took it united by one banner, one thought in their head, one thought in their hearts: freedom. In Poland, it was not an easy fight. Tens of thousands were arrested. Some were murdered by the communists, by the Soviets. But I'm telling you, Poland became the best democracy on earth because there were some people that were willing to pay the price. Be that kind of people. If not you, then who? If not now, then when? If not here, then where? Let Calgary be the leading spark of this peaceful revolution. You know, that's the whole thing. We are in the middle of a chess game.
Yeah.
The enemy is making a move, but God is also making a move.
Yeah.
And I would be terrified if I was on the wrong side of history. 100%. I would be terrified if I was working and making a move against the living God.
We're white. We're light. We're golden light of Jesus.
Checkmate, mate.
Oh, no,
Checkmate. And they're not allowed to have a meal. Are you okay with that? Because if you're okay with that, you are the new fascist. You are the new Nazi. You're no different than Adolf Hitler and his minions. And if you're not okay with that, why are you not walking out of those restaurants, refusing to give them a penny? Because I would not give them my money to promote the segregation. I will just not do this. That's why I decided not to support those that are forcing this new segregation on the people. And if Canadians, that's un-Canadian what they're doing right now. If Canadians would say, no, I'm not going to go to a restaurant that discriminates people, that's un-Canadian. I'm not going to give my money to a business that discriminates another human being just because they're different. I'm not going to give $1 to that business. Let it go under, let it bankrupt. So out of the ashes, the people that love people will be able to create restaurants that are actually for everyone, not just for a certain group of people.
When Pastor Artur Pawlowski was given an 18-month probation that stipulated that he must cite verbatim a paragraph issued by Justice Germain, effectively on behalf of Alberta Health Services, denouncing what he believes in and effectively regurgitating government talking points, we suspected it was only a matter of time before authorities were after Pastor Artur Pawlowski again, because we knew he wouldn't say those words, because he does not say anything he doesn't believe. We were afraid authorities, like I said, will once again come after Pastor Artur Pawlowski, so we assigned our intrepid videographer K2 to follow Pastor Artur throughout the day in case they attempted to arrest him. It actually wound up being a feel-good story because we got an insight into a full day with Pastor Artur Pawlowski, not just the strong public speaking, but the kind and gracious man that we've come to know. We hope you enjoyed this video that came as a pleasant surprise to us. Thank you so much for tuning in. For Rebel News, I'm Adam Soos.
FireTheJudge.com. Go to the Rebel, support the Rebel News. This is your only media outlet right now in Canada that is willing to tell you the other side of the story. I remember when I was in Canada in 1995, I thought that being a reporter, it was a cool thing. Being a reporter, that meant to give the people the news, not cooking the news like the Russians, not cooking the news like North Korea or China, but actually telling you both sides of the story. We've lost that. That's why you need the Rebel News, because they're willing to tell you what other media bought by Trudeau outlets are not willing you to know.